Hey, it's Christina with Christy Fit 31, and today we are going to be talking about why it's important to follow a plan or a program. A routine is meant to be achievable and structured, for one. So a routine or a plan that a personal trainer or you find online should be challenging your body and helping you be able to track your goals. It's going to prevent over and under training. Over and under training can be a big thing. It's going to make sure you have sufficient rest day between your muscle groups, so you're not training legs every day, not allowing that muscle to rest, and rebuild the tears in the muscles so that they can get bigger. Not piecing together different random workouts from Instagram, from Pinterest, from wherever, or wandering around the gym because you don't know what to do. You're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to use this. What am I supposed to do? What should I do for a full leg day or a quad-based leg day? What should I do for a shoulder day, etc.? Prevent you from working out too long to where you are not getting enough calories to grow, etc. Too much cardio for your goals. Yes, you could be doing too much cardio, burning too much, burning the muscle, just putting yourself in too much of a caloric deficit. Sorry, I'm like throwing my little chingaderas. For your goals. So different cardio is going to be based differently for different goals. So I generally recommend most of the time 20 to 30 minutes for most people because I don't really think they need that much cardio, especially when you're building muscle. You don't want to do too much cardio because then you'll be in too much of a deficit. You won't be growing properly. You might be losing weight faster, but as you get muscle burns more calories than fat. So you're bringing more calories in the long run, gaining that muscle. It also provides structure, so you're able to know what your next move is. You have a plan. You can say, I have this exercise, this exercise, this exercise. A lot of times your personal trainer or coaches or whatever it is are going to put your compound movements, compound meaning that it is going to use more than one muscle group at a time. So your compound movements are going to be your squat, deadlift, bench pressing, or chest press. Those are going to use more than one muscle group at a time. So you want to do your heavier, more taxing things at the beginning, and you want to do your, trying to think of the wording that I want. You want to save your, I'm like at a dead stop. Computer's talking to me. You want to save your accessory work for the end, which is going to be those isometric moves, meaning it's only targeting one thing, such as a bicep curl, a leg extension for the quads. You're using that accessory work to hit one group of muscles versus a squat, which is going to use your hip flexors, which will use your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, where you're getting a lot more bang for your buck, which is why most trainers or coaches put your heavier, more compound lifts at the beginning and save the accessory work for the end to burn out, depending on your specific needs or goals. You won't be second guessing yourself going, well, should I do this? Should I do this first? Should I do this? Etc. You're able to track if you're getting stronger by having progressive overload. And we're going to talk about progressive overload after I get through this little spiel. You have achievable goals. You're able to see increased strength weekly, monthly, etc. by adding your progressive overload. You can use progress photos to see how you're changing or going by the fit of your clothes. A lot of times as you put on muscle is a leaner form of weight. So a lot of times the scale might not go down. It might stay the same as you're gaining muscle and losing fat. So I always tell people, ditch the scale or get a scale that tells you your muscle content, your skeletal muscle mass, because then you can see if your muscle mass is going up and your body fat is going down. Go by how your clothes are feeling. I weigh 20 pounds more now than when I first started weight training, and I look completely different. Like I fit the same style of clothing, etc. So you might be gaining weight because your muscle mass is getting higher, but your fat content is getting lower. So use a scale, but try to keep it so you're not chasing a number on the scale. That can be a huge mental block for people. You can use it for preventing burnout. Keep moving forward because you see results. So you can know, I have a set rest day. I have this and this and this. I need to do this split, this split, this split, etc. Your program should be changing every 6 to 8 weeks. Most coaches will keep the same compound lifts, your squat, bench, or deadlift, maybe by switching them to different stances, different incline, decline, flat, but you should be changing your programming, some of your accessory work every 6 to 8 weeks so you're not getting bored and plateauing. Or that could be just upping your reps, lowering your reps, etc. Progressive overload, which we will talk about in a little bit. Looking forward to your routine and knowing you're improving, because you're going and going, yeah, I benched this much last week, but I'm going to add like 2.5 pounds each side to see where I'm at. And then, so progressive overload is when you are gradually increasing your weight, set, or reps in your strength routine. Now, your sets, if you don't know, is a lot of people do between 3 to 5 sets, sometimes more. Your sets are just 5 sets of squats. So you're going to do squats 5 times. Your reps is going to be how many times you do it. So 10 reps, 12 reps, 15 reps, 6 reps, 8 reps. And you're going to do that amount of rep for your sets. So you might do 5 sets of 10 squats, so you'll end up doing 50 squats. This is going to be challenging your body, allowing the musculoskeletal system to increase in strength, so that skeletal muscle mass, growing that muscle mass on your body. Adding tension to the muscles will avoid plateauing, my word, and slowly helping you get fitter and stronger. You can switch up your progressive overload a few ways. One is going to be adding more resistance. Once you can comfortably hit a weight, 10 to 12 reps with good form, up your weight. Your last 2 to 3 reps, I have to sneeze, I apologize. Your last 2 to 3 reps should be a little bit challenging, not to the point of injury, but it should be challenging. You should be struggling for those last 2 to 3 reps. It should not be easy. That is where the muscle fibers are going to be torn, and later on when you are resting, eating well, drinking water, replenishing and recovering well, your muscle will grow, which is why you need to make sure your macros and your food fuels your body and helps build that muscular system. Adding endurance can make that workout a little bit longer, adding extra reps or extra sets for strength training, adding 5 to 10 extra minutes for cardiovascular training if you're going for endurance for long runs, etc. It depends on your goals. 3, increasing or decreasing tempo. This can be lowering your weight and going for a higher number of reps, so 15 to 20 versus your 8 to 10. And I like to do that too. I'll mix up my clients' programming. So their compound lifts, since we're going heavier, we're going to go for a lower number of reps, generally between 6 to 10, depending on what we're doing. And our accessory work, we might be hitting 12 to 15, just depending on their goals and what we're trying to hit body part wise. So you want a good mix. That could be adding pauses, think pause squats or tempo squats, where you're coming down slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and shooting up. So adding tempo in, the same thing with bicep curls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and quickly lowering, or vice versa, having it come up a little bit slower, down slower, adding tempo to that. Increasing your reps, this can be as simple as trying to hit 10 reps for a couple of weeks, and then at a challenging weight that you hit 10 at, it's a little bit of a struggle until you hit 12 reps. Yeah, so hopefully that helps.